Hello, everyone, and welcome to Culture of Gaming's Power Up Podcast, episode 136. It's been a while. I'm your host, Taylor.
I'm Anthony. I don't think we had an order.
Nope.
It's
Whoops.
cool. I'm
Forgot to-
Andrew. How is everybody doing?
Good. Well, it's been 2 weeks. So last week we looked at things just like, wow, there's really not a lot that happened, and it was a little bit too late to scrape together like a co-op stream or something like that, so I just said, screw it, whatever. And the week before that, I was out of town, and presumably no one else was around to fill the spot. So anyway, but we're back this week, and welcome to the maximum wood chip edition of the podcast. Because, wow, there has still not been a whole lot happening, but we're going to try and talk about it anyway, scrape something together. All right, so before we begin our maybe feeble attempt, Andrew, what have you been playing the past little while?
Yeah, I guess I'll start with the big one. I've been playing the Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War beta.
Okay.
Yeah, there we go. Just the it's only multiplayer. They got a bunch of different modes, and they've had 2 different ones.
Mm-hmm.
Last weekend or 2 weekends ago, it was like only PS4. Now it's cross play, so anybody can play. So if you think about checking it out, download your PC, Xbox, PlayStation.
Nice. Okay.
Nice.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's definitely different.
Is it?
Than Modern Warfare?
Does it feel better or worse, do you think?
I don't know yet.
Okay.
Like I've actually put a decent amount of hours into it.
Okay.
It just feels so different. It's like the movement is so fast.
Yeah, it is.
Like,
Okay.
especially if you're rocking like an SMG,
Mhm.
you are flying around that map, like slide canceling, and it's just like it's crazy how fast you move. Like,
Okay.
I guess Modern Warfare is kind of slow in that regard.
Yeah, that's fair.
But yeah, you're just flying around those maps. It's crazy. Yeah, I know your dog is
Yeah.
great.
Okay. Anyway.
I'm fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's cool. I just think I like it because it's new. You know, it's like that new shiny thing.
Yeah,
New
sure.
shiny feel.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm kind of like into it.
Does it feel next gen? It better feel next gen.
Not at all. Not at all.
Not at all.
Okay.
No. It looks. I don't know if it even looks as good as Modern Warfare.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, like it looks good. Like don't get me wrong. And I should say I just like finally upgraded my TV. I now have like a 50-inch TV finally.
4K?
Like, yeah, like
Nice.
it's like not an expensive 4K.
Okay,
one, it's like a
nice.
TCL.
Yeah.
But like I've been gaming on like a 32-inch. Like I had this at my parents' house 10 years ago. Like
Oh, okay.
TV, the bezel's like this thick.
Nice.
Like yeah, I'm finally getting rid of that thing.
Okay.
So I'm enjoying that. But like I don't know, it just doesn't look. It looks fine. Animations are a little funky. On some stuff, like the grenade throw looks weird and takes like way too long.
Mhm.
I guess that's like a nitpick, but like I don't know. I guess I've played enough Call of Duty that I'm allowed to nitpick.
Right. Yeah.
The progression, it was bad in the first beta, but they've kind of gotten it better. Where like you're actually unlocking stuff quickly now, like which they should do in a beta probably.
Mm-hmm.
That way people get to play with stuff. But like everything has the same exact attachments. So it's like
okay.
always gonna unlock the first scope, and then you unlock the underbarrel, and then you unlock this one, and it's like mostly the same on each gun. So like you're always unlocking the same scope, and then they just increase the magnification, like the next scope you unlock eventually. Like whereas like Modern Warfare, like like you could unlock this scope, but this one like looks
Yeah, that would be different.
this one is a different style of scope. Like, hey, this one's like the Soviet style, so it's a little smaller and like round. Where like the American one's like bulky and square.
Right.
So like you're just unlocking the same stuff for each gun, so it just kind of feels bad. I think.
Sure. Okay.
I do like that they give you like the percentages. It's like, oh, this will make you shoot 10% faster, or your speed will go up 5%, but you'll lose, reload speed by 5%. So that's cool. They do kind of like they give you percentages and make it a little more like digestible instead of just like a weird bar that goes up and down.
Yeah.
That you don't know what it means.
Yeah.
So that's kind of a bummer. I don't like that aspect of it, because like in Modern Warfare you can take like an AK-47 and like make it like completely different. You can make it fire either long range or short range, and I don't know, it's cool. You can like really adjust the weapons. Here, it doesn't feel that way. It feels like, you know, your SMGs are going to be your SMGs, which are crazy powerful.
Like in
right
Modern
now.
Warfare, I run like a long-range P90 setup. It's great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly, right? Like you can
Yeah.
do that. I don't think you can really do that in this game. Also, I think I saw I could get like a drum magazine on my MP5, and I was very confused.
Who plays Modern Warfare? It's like 300 gig now.
So actually on PC, they updated it. You can uninstall the parts you don't need. So like
Oh,
I
wow.
uninstalled everything but multiplayer, and it is
Privilege.
sub 100 gigs now, I think. So
As in you uninstalled Warzone as well?
yeah, I never play Warzone. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
But yeah,
you can do that on the consoles, I think.
Oh, okay.
I think
yeah.
Warzone's like the chunkiest. Of all
Probably.
time, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably.
Because like
Yeah,
I
I don't know.
uninstalled
Overrated.
Warzone, or not multiplayer, sorry, Warzone, the co-op, and single player, and so I just have multiplayer.
Sure.
I don't even know if I ever
Yeah.
installed the co-op. But yeah, Cold War, it's interesting. I don't know. I'm curious to see. The maps are fine. Some are really open.
Okay.
Like really open areas. If you like sniping, this game will probably be for you because there's like no flinch almost. So
What
like
the hell?
even if you're
Okay.
getting shot, it's just like you can beam people with a sniper rifle. Yeah, I don't know. It feels different, right? And I guess that's good.
Does
I
it
was
feel
kind
kind of arcadey? Like it's got
Yeah,
kind of an arcadey feel.
I would say very arcadey.
Okay.
Okay.
Like I always say paintball, like Call of Duty's paintball. This
Yeah.
is like one of the most paintball-y ones I felt like in a while
sure.
because
Okay.
you're just bobbing and weaving and
Shoot, shoot.
sliding
Yeah.
all over the place.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. I'll probably end up getting it just because I like I said, I like the shiny new thing.
Mhm.
So we'll see.
You like
I'm
getting
worried.
a gullible
ahead.
consumer.
I know.
I like being a gullible consumer.
I'm curious how they go into Warzone with this stuff because it's clearly not running on the same engine as the last year's one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So like, if they have to do a completely separate, like you have to launch it out of, I don't know. Like
That would be weird.
Yeah,
Yeah. That'd be
because
very strange.
like you can't just drop these guns into Warzone because it just doesn't make sense. Like right, they're like built different. So
Built for like a different like realm of balance than what Modern Warfare has.
yeah, right. And also the guns and the sound in this game are a huge step down from
Are they? Okay.
Modern
Yeah.
Warfare. Yeah. Everything sounds the same. Like, I don't know.
Okay.
The guns are.
They could do like LTEs kind of thing and like swap
Maybe.
Warzone to like Black Ops Cold War and then swap back or whatever.
But then I don't know because it's on I don't know for sure, but because it's on a different engine, it feels like you can't have the character models from the other one just like pushed in, right? I don't know.
They would have to, well, I mean, they'll probably have to use the same engine, but like they could just like import the guns kind of thing across and like, oldify the map if they wanted to, I guess. Like make
Also
it look more
Like
Cold
retro
War.
the map out a little bit.
Yeah,
Yeah, but those guns are like
have some nukes everywhere.
like I mentioned, like they're not as like pliable. Like you can't play with them as much. So like
Okay.
it would just be
Yeah.
like your Warzone guns would just be infinitely better because you can like
Well, they'd probably have to remove Warzone weapons for like limited time events, obviously, and they would probably, I mean, probably the only way they could do it is if they like amped up customization of weapons and equipment and stuff. So that'd be the only way of doing it, probably.
I'm surprised they haven't gotten
To be honest, it's probably far too much work for them to do.
Yeah.
So they're probably not going to bother.
Yeah, maybe they just import the like characters and like
Possibly,
Cold
yeah.
War style guns, like put the M16 in there or whatever,
Yeah.
right? But
What I was
have
going
it
to bring up is like, much of my understanding, Cold War had to have a much shorter development cycle than like Modern Warfare did. So it's like all the extra detail that Infinity Ward packed into their guns and everything, like the sound and whatnot. It's like I think Treyarch is doing Black Ops Cold War or whatever, right? Treyarch might not have gotten like around to be able to do.
Yeah, I heard that they got pushed up. Like they have like a three development cycle.
Yeah, it's like Activision for whatever reason pulled whoever was developing this year's Call of Duty originally and said, "Hey, Treyarch, you need to put out something this year."
Right.
Yeah.
Because Black Ops was 2 years ago too, right?
Yeah, it was
Or no.
in 2018. Yeah.
Yeah, it was 2018, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So usually they like do like something else in between. They usually don't just do like.
Right. It should have
two
went.
of the
It
same
should have
things,
went like So say you start off like so. Bye, Anthony. So say you do Black Ops 4 was in 2018, so that's Treyarch, and then
Right.
Infinity Ward was in 2019 with Modern Warfare. Sledgehammer Games should have had
That's
this
what it
year's.
is,
Yeah. Sledgehammer Games and like Raven Studios or something like that were like co-developing this year's, but then Activision pulled it. I think we might have talked about it on the podcast earlier. I'm not sure.
Oh, did we?
Yeah, we might have. I don't know if we ever covered it. But yeah, and then it would have went, and then after Sledgehammer, it would have been back to Treyarch, and then to Infinity Ward for Modern Warfare 2, presumably. Yeah, and then
Right.
back to Sledgehammer. But yeah.
Got it. Okay, yeah, that it kind of feels like it's not rushed, but it just feels like they're missing a lot of the details, like you mentioned, like Modern Warfare is able to have, like
Yeah.
the sound and just the like small customization things.
Mm-hmm.
And like it's just the simple things that like you don't think about it at first, but after playing, and I feel like, oh yeah, like how come I'm shooting the same characters on both sides? Like, what year is it? Like, like when in Modern Warfare, it's like, oh, there's the coalition side and there's the whatever side.
Yeah.
So like when you see that skin, like, oh, bad guy.
Mm-hmm.
Compared to like this one, it's like I'm pretty sure that's someone I need to shoot.
Yeah.
Which I also have a problem with. I don't know if it's my old man eyes. It's hard to see people in this game. Like
from what
lighting...
I've seen of like some
Hello?
Hello. Welcome back.
Yeah, my internet's got problems.
Okay.
So I apologize.
From what I've seen, yeah, I don't know. That would kind of make sense. Just like from what I've seen of, like I've watched very little of Cold War. It's like the maps seem very, very dark.
There's like very bright spots and then super dark spots.
Yeah.
So like sometimes when you're like rounding a corner, like the lighting is like bright in your face.
Oh.
But then everything else out of that lighting area is dark, right?
Yeah,
so you're
and...
like, I can't see more than 5 feet in front of
and
me.
And then like anyone on the other side of that light source, like facing you, it's like you have like a spotlight on you.
Yeah, exactly. And then they're just completely dark.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the lighting's messed up.
Yeah, it's a little wonky. I'm sure
it's in beta, isn't it?
Like, yeah, it's in beta.
It releases in like a month though, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think a little under a month.
Yeah.
Actually.
Okay.
Open or closed beta?
It's open, so anyone can play.
Go check it out if you want.
Cross-play.
Is it on open beta on PC?
Yep. You can download it now. I have no idea how big it is, but you can definitely play it. I also have a problem with the aim assist in that game. It is.
Is it like too strong or?
I have had my gun follow people behind walls.
That's classic actually. I remember that happening back in like World at War days before.
It's bad. And then other times I get no aim assist, so I'm like just like trying to shoot somebody, but I can't even hit them. And then other times it's weird. It's like inconsistent.
Hacking.
I mean, yeah, on my PS4.
It's like everyone gets aimbot. Okay.
You're hacking.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I was gonna say one other thing too. No.
42 gigs on PC.
Wow. Okay. It's
not too bad, but it's pretty horrendous still.
Now, I was gonna bring up the score streaks. It sucks.
Okay.
I don't like that system. Like, it's like everyone gets a spy plane all the time. Like, they're really catering, I think, to like 40-year-old dads, which is fine. Like, don't get me wrong.
It's just they want to relive the 80s, right?
Yeah. So like,
oh my goodness.
Even if you're not doing well, you're gonna get a spy plane probably.
Yeah.
What is it? Everybody gets a U2 or whatever it is.
Yeah, a UAV, right?
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
And then like
I
have it set up so I have like a counter UAV, and then like if you're doing well, like at the end of the game, like everyone has like most people have the artillery strike, which is like I don't know, not a high like score streak, but a lot of people who are like first starting out have that one automatically. So like there's a certain part in the game where all of a sudden there's like 8 spy planes, 6 different artilleries going off because everyone gets at the same time. You're just like, what is happening?
Yeah.
Unless like there's a good player who's like, you know.
Do you just like die immediately and keep dying?
It's you die very quick, but like
from like the artillery and stuff.
Oh, the artillery you actually have to aim. So like if
Okay.
someone's really bad and they miss, and they just miss.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, that it's not that great of a system. It just doesn't feel
Pretty
great.
poor. This is kind of like a random thing. We probably won't discuss it because it's not one of our topics. that interesting thing, Doc, we were talking about that. Well, not really talking about it, but like talking about Doc in general. Dr. Disrespect, that is, he got his Call of Duty partnership revoked for some reason.
Oh,
because
okay.
he left Twitch, I think, or got banned from Twitch, so they revoked his partnership.
Interesting.
Oh, well,
It's really weird.
maybe that's just a weird contract thing.
Yeah, possibly. He seemed to have no idea about it at all. So
weird.
Another weird thing from him.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Well, Andrew, I will say I do not have the greatest picture of Cold War in my mind. This might be a skip until next year.
It's open beta, so if you're like curious, I'd say just try it out.
Okay.
Maybe you'll like one of the modes in it.
Mm-hmm.
They have some interesting stuff like a VIP mode, which is a little more tactical. They have one they're calling Dirty Bomb, which is a little weird, but like collecting uranium and like setting off like.
Gonna build your own nuke.
Yeah, it's a little weird. It's kind of like I don't know. We should be like
it's
the video game.
Yeah, it's the right mix of like 80s crazy. It seems like
Yeah, exactly. It's like almost to the point of like, okay, this is like, should we be like joking about like?
So you know how many times between like 1945 to like 1990 the world almost got blown up by the Soviets or the U.S. Like
which makes sense, like Cold War.
I mean, listen,
it's like all those like memes that people have been like bringing up about like Reagan being in the campaign or whatever. Like one of the missions is going to be to like distribute crack in the inner cities or something like that. Yeah.
I mean, because Black Ops is so realistic. If you've got soldiers running around picking out uranium, what do you expect? Of course, the world nearly got blown up multiple times.
Yeah, it's
you start glowing the longer you have uranium possession.
I'm being sarcastic, by the way.
I know.
I know. Yeah, it's just a weird thing, but I don't know. I'll mess with it. Sorry, I don't know if you can hear banging in the background. We're building a TV stand thing.
Okay.
No.
There should be a store street that gives you like a movement boost after doing a line of cocaine because the 80s. Yeah.
Yeah, dude, you're already moving so fast.
Okay.
I mean, it's already on crack. I can't.
Cold War is 60s.
Kind of the Cold War ended in like 1991 or something like that.
Yeah, the Cold War is considered between like 1945 to 1991.
True.
Yeah, all the way up to It really like started getting like big in like the mid 50s though, early 60s. Yeah.
And the 70s too. Right? Yeah, it's kind of
Yeah, it's like all throughout that era. It was just like the U.S. versus Soviets.
So I'm gonna have the problem here is where like I'm probably not great at it, right? So then like when the really good people start playing, I'm just gonna smoke because the little like kids, after school, are just gonna destroy me. It's gonna be sad.
More like the little kids after Zoom, or maybe during Zoom. I don't know.
Probably during.
Yeah.
So I don't like again that they're catering to the dads. I keep forgetting the points. I should have wrote this down. But like assists count as like eliminations. So like
just in general or after a certain threshold.
No, here's an example. It dawned on me. Like I was like, I'm doing okay. I have like almost a 2.0 KD, but then like I threw a grenade. It like bounced off someone's forehead.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
And then someone else killed that guy, and then it gave me a credit for an elim.
An assist or something. Yeah.
No, there's no assist. So you just get any assist you get, just give you an elim. So like if you shoot a guy like 20%, 25%, it'll say at the bottom like 25% damage done. But then you just get an elim, like you get like a kill attached to your things. You're like, yeah, heck yeah, man. I just went like 35 and 15.
It's like spray and pray across the whole map.
Everybody. But in like reality, you probably half of or not half, but like at least like 5 or 6 of those are assists.
Yeah,
sure.
So I know in like Battlefields, it's like if you contribute a reasonable amount of like damage to the person, but then like someone ends up killing them, you can get like the assist counts as kill or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's not I tagged a guy for like 25 out of 100. Yeah.
Or even if you flashbang someone, like
what? Okay.
It's just weird. Like it doesn't matter. It's just like it's just so weird that it's like that's what it is. It's just like I guess they want to make people feel good playing it, right?
Sure.
So, like make those numbers go up. And it doesn't. It looks good. You feel good. But then like as soon as I saw through the veil, I was like, wait a minute. Hold on. I didn't get that many kills. I don't know. Check it out if you're interested. It's fine. Maybe you'll like it more than Modern Warfare if you don't like the slowness, I guess.
Okay.
Okay.
All right,
I mean,
Anthony.
Modern Warfare's not slow.
What have you been playing?
I can't even remember. What have I been playing? I played a couple. Wait, what did I even play on Steam? Oh yeah,
Dear
that's right.
God.
That's right.
Yeah.
Listen, shut up. I picked up Vanquish, which is like a 2008 game, 10 game, something like that.
Mhm.
It's an old game. It was like $6, so why not? I've played it on like 360 ages ago, Xbox 360 that is.
Mhm.
It's very Gears of War-esque. So I was playing some of that yesterday. I've also played quite a decent amount of Rogue Company as well,
Okay.
which is, if you haven't heard about it, it's free to play. It's free to play. It's not Battle Royale, but it's like 4v4 matches.
Mhm.
There's like 3 different modes in it. So one of them is basically you protect or defuse a bomb, very similar to CSGO. Or CS, I should say. Another one is like kind of like what's that Halo mode where it's like 1 shot, 1 kill?
I know.
I don't know.
It might literally be called that, but I know there's like SWAT, which is kind of similar.
Yeah, SWAT.
Okay.
SWAT.
Yeah.
There's a SWAT-esque mode, but it's not 1 shot, 1 kill, but basically when you die, you don't respawn. So you got
Okay.
like 4 people on your team. You have to protect a point or push a point. Either you can capture that point or you can eliminate the whole other team.
Mhm.
And there is another one, like another mode, where you are basically like respawning over and over and over. Everybody has like 12, like each team has 12 lives. Whenever somebody respawns, it's 12 lives. It's 1 life. And yeah, overall, I would say the game is pretty decent. They've just added a whole heap of like Dr. Disrespect stuff.
Okay.
Like a map that he actually designed, which is the Champions Club.
Nice. Okay.
The arena, actually.
Branding is on point.
Yeah.
Branding's very on point. Like you can go into like his game fuel area, his merch part, like his weapon racks,
Okay.
like spar and stuff.
Wow.
It's pretty hilarious.
Part of me like loves that, but also it's like, oh, it's like
it's great.
It's like,
I
wow,
think
what a
great.
shill. It's like
where are we
shill.
gonna go? Yeah, like what else is gonna happen?
Yeah.
Possible.
I think it's great.
Like, are we gonna turn Dot's house into like a Call of Duty map or something at some point? You know?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, we're
No.
just gonna.
Okay, so the arena is a fake thing that he's created.
Right.
Yeah.
It doesn't actually exist. But if
okay.
you know Doc, you know it's like that's his whole persona. He's got the Champions Club, and he's like it's all like CGI, basically green screen.
Oh, okay.
But on this actual map, like it's pretty hilarious because you can run in all these different areas. And I would say, also I wanted to say, you can buy a skin, like his skin as well for one of the characters. It is extremely expensive, 32 USD, just for the skin. So that's fun.
I wonder if that supports him or at all.
It does.
Yikes. Oh, okay.
The percentage of it goes to him, yeah.
Yikes.
When you say if you're playing his map, when you die, he like yells at you.
I mean, it sounds like they did a good job with it.
Yeah, I don't know.
They did do a good job.
Okay.
They definitely did.
But like, it's just so weird. Like, it's just a weird precedent. Like, what we're gonna get like a VTuber in my like, you know.
I mean, I'd be okay with that.
I mean, Doc's pretty iconic. Doc's pretty iconic. I think he.
No, I'm not saying he. But I just think it's like, it's weird that like, what if like PewDiePie all of a sudden pops up? Like, it's that it wouldn't be weird now if a streamer pops up in a game.
Oh, I see what you're saying. There's just like, yeah, you know, it's just like the threshold has already been crossed, right? For that.
Yeah. Exactly. Like, we are now putting, you know, streamers in games.
Okay.
And granted, you know, I guess Dr. Disrespect's a little different because he's like a WWF character, or WWE character, basically, right?
Right. Yeah.
Not just a normal, not
basically, yeah.
Not Jon Snow, you know, not Joe Doe, whatever his actual name is. It's a character, so I guess that's a little different.
Herschel Baum, isn't it?
It's Guy.
Anyway.
Guy Beam.
Guy Beam. Okay. Yeah.
I guess, yeah, and like even Ninja.
What a name.
Ninja is in Fortnite. He also looks like weird.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, say when you jump into the game or when you jump into each mode, you buy first. So you can like press the B button, it brings up like a buy me. You can buy different guns. You can buy like extra armor, extra abilities for your character. Each character, so each rogue has a different utility. So I usually main Saint, who is like a healing guy. So he deploys like a healing drone. Discount Lifeline off Apex right there. Looks a bit like Lifeline actually. But he like deploys a drone, so you don't have to go over and res someone. There's like a heap of different ones. Somebody has like a grenade launcher. Somebody else has like what's it called? Like a radar kind of thing that you can deploy once off to see where everybody is.
Okay.
I would say overall it's a pretty cool game. Free to play. I would definitely recommend you check it out. It's in open beta at the moment. It's probably going to stay in open beta. Well, I mean, it's probably going to stay until it's like fully released. They're patching it like very, very often. They're improving stuff and they're like pushing updates like constantly as well, like every second day at this point.
So it's kind of like an Overwatchy, not Overwatch, kind of like the hero-ish.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, a little bit. It's like a mixture of like Overwatch and CS, kind of.
Yeah.
But it's third person.
Okay, third person. Okay.
Third person shooter. Well, it depends. Depends on what gun you have. So if you've got like a sniper rifle, it goes into like first person kind of thing. Yeah, there's like probably like 8 to 10 different maps on it. Each round lasts probably like 5-10 minutes.
Each like game?
Each game, yeah.
That's good. That's like
it's very quick. Each round lasts a minute and a half, and there's like usually 5 rounds. So it's like depending, obviously, if you're up against a really good team, then yeah, it's gonna last longer and stuff like that.
That's where like I ran into the problem with like Valorant, whereas like I would want to play a game of Valorant, but each game took like at least 30 minutes to 40 minutes. And I was like, I don't want to play the same exact one like for that long, like
over and over,
yeah.
But I would definitely recommend checking this out if you enjoy like
I'll have to
kind of stuff.
What is this?
This is on everything? Or? Yeah,
Rogue Company. It's on Epic Games Store.
And is it on like PlayStation, Xbox as well?
It's on PC and I think it's on PS4.
I think I've seen advertisements for it for PS4.
I'll just have a look.
Not sure about Xbox.
Company. It is on PS4, Switch, Xbox One, and Windows. It's on Switch. Dang.
I wonder if crossplay will eventually make its way over.
Yeah. So I would definitely recommend checking it out. It's definitely good. But like gunplay and stuff feels very like weighty and like very like hefty. It's not like you're shooting a pea shooter or something like that. Each gun has like a different sound and a different feel to it.
Cool.
There's like, burst fire rifles. There's like full semi-automatics, that kind of stuff. So it's very cool.
Do you run into the problem of like, oh, I didn't get to pick my favorite character?
Not really, because everybody plays pretty similarly. It's, I mean, obviously it's kind of bad when like you don't get someone who you can like, for instance, like if I didn't get Saint, who I can res somebody with, it's kind of annoying, but then you can kind of swap out with like, somebody else. The worst rogue I'd probably say is, can't remember what her name is, but it's like the ninja woman, and she's like pretty useless. Like her utility is pretty useless.
She's gotta have like some like bad characters, to make the good characters look good.
Yeah, very true. And she's got like everybody has like a melee weapon, so like you'll run around with like an axe, a baseball bat, sword, that kind of stuff, so you can like flick to it and like cut someone in half if you want to. And you can throw your weapon as well. So like you can like yeet an axe across the other side of the map and hit somebody if you want to, depending. So
that sounds fun.
Yeah, it's very fun.
Okay.
It's really fun.
Yeah. Anything else?
That was probably it for me, I would say.
Okay.
I know I played something else, but I can't remember what it was. So that was great.
All right. So, for me, past couple weeks, I've not played, like, a lot of these specific games, but I have played, like, several different games, is what I guess I should frame it as. So, first one, Among Us. Finally jumped on that like train since we last talked. It's pretty fun. It's pretty fun.
It is pretty fun, yeah.
Yeah. Although it does get a little bit repetitive after a while, I will say.
Yeah,
I mean, change map.
Yeah, okay.
True. I found that, like, I don't know if you tried it, but like the turning off the like confirm ejects.
Oh, okay.
That is like, you know how you eject someone's like, oh, they are the imposter, or they were not. I don't know if you played that way.
Yeah. No.
Oh, okay, good, okay. So you can like put baby. It's like baby mode where like it tells you if they're bad or not.
Oh yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
right.
Yes. Okay. We have that on then. Okay.
Yeah. So like once you like kind of get familiar with the game, like turning that off,
Mm-hmm.
like really adds a lot to the game.
Okay.
Because then you don't know if for sure it was two people sometimes. So I think that adds a lot. So if you're getting a little bored with that, definitely turn off confirm ejects.
Okay. So like spice it up a bit.
Yeah, because once you do that and you have enough people, like you have 2 imposters in an 8-person group, and then like, oh, we're down to 6 people or whatever, and you're like, oh crap, like there's 2 of them left, and like there's only 4 of us. Like it starts to get like the paranoia gets in crazier.
Okay.
You don't know,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, it's just like there's no sigh of relief ever unless you can like really confirm they did it, right?
Like, there's different tactics as well. Like, you can run with someone if you want to, and like kind of verify.
Right, yeah, I know we did that a little bit too when we were playing together. But then it's like also you run into like times which like they're admittedly funny, but it's like we'll vote Anthony off just because he's Australian.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, it's like sometimes
Right.
stupid things like that happen and it's kind of annoying to be honest, but yeah.
Or like vote Matt off immediately because he's always. It's so
No.
funny. We played this match a couple of times, and Matt like was the imposter like 4 times in a row.
Yeah, we just like voted him
And
off
He
constantly.
just killed me like every time immediately. Like I'm dead, bang. So then like as soon as anybody would find my buddy, oh yeah, Matt, like gone.
It's fine.
And then we got into the habit of like just voting him off straight away.
Yeah.
Poor Matt.
Just statistically speaking, he was the imposter.
Yeah, he was.
I played it with a group of like, I think I knew like a couple of them, but they were all like, they all knew. And like, I think someone was like streaming it or something when we were playing, but that's the first time I played with like somebody who was like, I don't know, like person who like thought there was like a right or wrong way to play it. And it was like really weird. I don't know if you guys have encountered that yet, but like we voted this person off and they were like, oh, I'm expecting an apology for like voting me off. Why did you think it was me when like clearly like I wasn't there next to the body or whatever, and like, but he was the imposter. He was one of the imposters.
Oh.
So we were like, what do you mean an apology? You were the imposter. And they're like, yeah, but you shouldn't have. Like that's just like.
Oh, okay.
Like, you know, like I was just like, what?
Cool.
Like it was just so weird. Like playing with like a tight group of friends, so it just makes such a difference.
Yeah. No, it's like, I don't know, there's some
because-
people in like the friend group we were playing with that are like not like that, but have like another specific way to play or whatever. Is like they're super like enforcing of like the complete silence during the game. It's just like I understand like, you know, silence so that you're not like talking about and communicating like where you are and whatnot, but like if you just want to like shoot the shit about something else as you're playing and then like talk about the game when you're at a vote, I don't see anything too wrong with that, you know.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like it's a casual game meant to be had, you know, for
Right.
fun. Like,
Yeah.
And like, you know, usually when we're playing, especially with new people, it's like, oh, you're supposed to mute, but if you have like a question or whatever, just go for it. Like, don't
Yeah.
don't need to like, and even if you give,
particularly with new
yourself
players.
away. Yeah, right. Even you're like, wait, what am I supposed to do with this whole card swipey thingy? You know, and you're like, oh, well, clearly not the imposter. But whatever, like you're trying to like learn.
Oh,
so.
yeah.
So,
I mean,
yeah.
even if somebody's like, I've watched a couple of streams as well, like where it's been somebody who's like been playing it for the first time and they're imposter, and they're like straight away, I'm imposter. What the hell do I do?
Yeah, and
Nobody kicks them because like they've got to learn, right?
Yeah.
yeah.
So then
Yeah.
it's like a tutorial kind of thing. But yeah, some people are just like, oh no, shut up. So it's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a fun game. It gets a little exhausting. I feel like I can't play it like anytime. Like I have to be in the right mood
Yeah,
to play
yeah.
it. Because I'm like, I don't want to argue or like be loud right now.
Right.
But
Yeah.
I don't
So
know. It's a good game.
Yeah. Playing a bit of that. I was playing a little bit of Borderlands with some friends before coming on. I don't know. Yeah, 3. Kind of chaotic. Like in general,
Yeah, I
obviously, right?
Playing that E3 and it was like
Yeah.
very fast.
Kind of a shit show. You know. Let's see. And then we just go through the library here. Figure out what's been going on. Hold on.
Like Borderlands 3 fell off much faster than like 2.
Yeah. It didn't help that it was like Epic exclusive for a while, I don't think.
That's true. Also, Randy Pitchford did not do that game any favor.
No, he didn't. That was
Come on, what do you mean?
He was like peaking at that time when that game was like coming
Yeah.
bad.
He was
already?
peak magician during
Yeah.
He was peak magician. I'm trying to figure out because I know I played like a game that wasn't on Steam, but I've been playing a little bit of also. God, what was it? Okay, yep, don't know. Sorry. So,
I remember you playing something, but I can't remember what it was.
oh, okay, actually, yeah, I played a little bit of Genshin Impact. Okay, we talked a little bit about this on the call. Yeah, barely played like 5 minutes of it. I think I like got past the intro sequence, killed like a thing or two on a beach, and just kind of stopped playing it. Kind of lost it when Paimon, the emergency food, started talking in the third person. So
The what?
have you?
Emergency.
Yeah, there's this like voice line that so it's like Paimon is like this little like fairy anime girl or something like that follows you around or whatever. It's essentially like the game's version of Navi.
Like Navi.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
And yeah, and there's like this one voice line you can, or it's like you know, it has like dialogue options or whatever, right? I don't know if your character actually talks, but it's like do they? I didn't even play enough to know if your character actually
your character
talks.
doesn't talk. No,
Okay.
But you can choose like what
Yeah.
to say if you want to.
Yeah, so it's like a Bethesda game or whatever, right? So you can like
Yeah.
choose like, and someone that you talk to asks, you know, what the hell is Paimon or whatever, and you can respond with, oh, she's emergency food.
Oh wow.
And so there's like a bunch of memes going around about like Paimon as food or like emergency food. Yeah. So,
Yeah, we said that there was like a pie person or something.
yeah. And it's like Paimon, not like literal pie, but yeah. I just now thought of like that pun that you just mentioned though, like pie being food. Yeah, Paimon. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
Oh my goodness. I haven't played any more of it. It's
Okay.
like Monday or something.
Damn.
I don't know. It's okay.
You can
It's okay.
co-op that game, right?
You got to hit level 16, which is like 5,
Oh.
6, 7 hours in.
Oh,
That's
that's it? Okay.
Yeah.
I was
That's a
talking to
lot though.
I was talking about Matt co-op. He made it seem like it was like this huge like 20, 30 hour grind. Did you have to the level you needed
Oh,
for
no.
okay.
Well,
Oh.
no.
Yeah, like I mean,
Okay,
seems-
so you can get there a lot quicker. So there's these like floating rocks throughout the map, called homunculus or whatever they are, homunculus or something.
Okay.
You pick them up and take them to a statue, and it auto levels you. So if you just run around and find them,
I see.
then you'll do it within like an hour or two.
Oh, okay. Well, people just
so if
do
you're
that.
actively trying to like do that, yeah.
Yeah, we
Interesting.
could just do that. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
No.
I feel like that'd be a good game for like kids to like, because you can play on a phone, right?
Yeah, you
Yeah. It plays better on phone than on PC.
can. Probably does.
Wow.
Yeah.
It does, yeah.
There's like
That's
something.
weird.
So it's like I only tried it on a PC, and then there's like something about like the settings or whatever. It's just like it's like
Oh,
graphic
yeah.
settings. So, like one of the options is like yes, and it's like anti-aliasing. No, yes. It's like.
Perfect.
Or it's like I think it's might be like off and yes or something like that. It was just like what? Yeah.
Nice.
You can't change your key bindings either in that
Yeah.
game. It's really weird.
Yeah.
I think they may have patched that already.
Okay.
Myself and Kyle, who's like some big Tyler and I both know.
Yeah.
And like 3 other people all submitted feedback about it. So it was pretty funny.
Is it
Like
on
all at the same
Steam,
time.
or do you play it through like a separate launcher?
It's through their own launcher, as far as I know.
Yeah.
It might be on Steam. I don't know. Yeah.
So can
So
you
you've got-
plug a controller in or no?
You can plug a controller in, but you can't adjust the key bindings on the controller either.
Wow.
So
okay.
it's really it's awkward. It's still in open beta.
Mm-hmm.
So they're still developing it. It's not fully finished. You basically just go to their site, like Genshin Impact, and then you download the launcher and then download the game. The game's like 14 gig. I think
Yeah, it's pretty tiny,
That's not
actually,
bad.
to be fair.
pretty small. Yeah,
It's obviously much tinier on your phone, too, I think.
it looks really nice though. Like it does look really nice. Like the world looks really nice.
It's much more like anime-esque Breath of the Wild style from
Very
what I got.
artistic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's nothing like Breath of the Wild, to be honest. Like
I was just comparing the style.
I know,
Okay.
but a lot of people were like, "Oh, you did an
It's
anime
like
Breath
gotcha
of
Breath of the Wild. I don't know.
Basically.
Yeah, that's how I heard about
Yeah.
it. Like,
It's not.
Okay.
It's nothing like Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.
I mean, you run around. That's like,
It's like an open world, running around, like nice art style.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, Breath of the Wild.
Like,
But
that's
combat
about
and
it.
everything's different.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to like get in Genshin Impact. I'm already happy with my gacha game that I already play. You know, do I really need 2 draining my wallet now? You know?
Is it the Fire Emblem one?
No, I play Crossing Void, which is it's like an anime one and everything, and it's based off a bunch of like other anime series that I like and everything, because it's all under this one light novel publishing company that all the characters are from and whatnot. So
Sure.
yeah, anyway, has like characters from like Sword Art Online, Toradora, anyway, stuff like that.
That's like a 40-minute intro right there
What?
that we've just had.
Yeah, I know. We've been
Well,
petting. We've
Doing well.
had some good time here. Awesome.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. All right. Oh shit. Hold on. Yeah. So sorry. I was like, we started talking about the gacha game, and I logged in really quick because to log in like twice a day in these specific time windows. So it's like to get like energy, to like free energy twice a day. Anyway, sorry.
Gotta get those waifus.
Yeah, exactly. All right, anyway. So I guess housekeeping stuff, like 45 minutes in. Main site is, of course, cultureofgaming.com. There you can find the latest gaming news, reviews, opinion pieces, etc., undergoing some relatively heavy construction, and then we're going to get back to posting regular editorial content again. We're working on like this account system. It's almost done. I am getting really, really close to it. I'm getting really, really close, okay? I talked to you about this last week. What?
I just want to say I have no idea what Taylor's doing.
Okay.
I can't. I mean,
Drawing
remotely, he's just like off doing his own things.
Pretty much, yeah.
Pretty much.
Look at me. I'm the site now. Anyway.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right. So, yeah, and then we have a community in Discord where you can chat with everyone you see on the podcast, as well as most of the COG staff. So if you check out our Discord, you can do so by hitting the link on the right-hand side sidebar of the site, where we have a little widget that at the top of the sidebar that displays like our Discord server and who's online and whatnot. So come chat with us over pretty much anything at this point, honestly. Yeah, and then Facebook pages, we have 2 of them. There's one for the main site, which is at or facebook.com/thecod network, and then one for the Power Up Podcast, which is facebook.com/Power Up Podcast. Very easy, basic right there. And then Instagram at Culture Gaming, Twitter at the COD Network, YouTube.com/Culture of Gaming, where you can find a video repository of all of the previously recorded podcasts, and then Twitch.tv/Culture of Gaming, where you can find the podcast recorded live every Saturday at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And finally, head on over to wherever you can find like audio podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Podbean, Pocket Casts, Amazon Podcasts now, all that fun stuff, okay? Find all the audio versions of the recorded podcasts. So check us out over there. All right, so as previously mentioned, like 40 minutes ago now, this is the maximum wood chip edition of the podcast. So we have scraped together some articles that we've been able to find. So, yeah, let's start off with the first one. You might remember a couple weeks ago that Microsoft acquired Zenimax Media, for which is the parent company of like Bethesda, id Software, stuff like that, for something stupid like $7.5 billion or something like that. And well, it was initially reported that you know, things like Elder Scrolls 6 won't be like Xbox exclusive, but this interview with Phill Spencer might indicate otherwise. So this article is coming to us from Gamestop here, and I'll go ahead and throw it into the chat. Yeah. Headline, future Bethesda titles don't need to be on PS5, says Xbox's Phill Spencer. Responding to a question about Elder Scrolls 6, Spencer says Microsoft won't be forced to release it on PS5. Last month, Microsoft announced the acquisition of Zenimax Media and its subsidiaries, including Doom, the Elder Scrolls, and Fallout publisher Bethesda. While Microsoft hasn't detailed its release plans for Bethesda titles in the future, Xbox's Phill Spencer says the price of the deal isn't forcing any decisions. You know, as previously mentioned, it was like $7.5 billion for the acquisition. Microsoft has said that its existing exclusivity deals for games like Deathloop and Ghostwire Tokyo on the PS5 will not be changed, but the future of Bethesda titles is less certain. And he said that they would determine release platforms for games on a case-by-case basis. Spencer, speaking to Kotaku, didn't elaborate on that stance, but did mention that Microsoft has no obligation to release games on platforms it doesn't control for the financial aspect of the deal to make sense. The premise of the... this is done with the article now. So basically, the premise of the question towards Spencer was like, you know, it was just like, you guys are going to probably like just, you know, release like Elder Scrolls 6 and whatnot, like Starfield on like PS5 also, right, in order to recoup some of the costs and everything. And Phill Spencer basically said, yeah, we don't feel the need to do that to recoup costs. We think we'll be fine recouping costs even if we were to say make Elder Scrolls 6 like PC and Xbox Series X exclusive. So
well, I mean, he kind of has to say that, right? I mean, otherwise then you're not giving them a reason to buy the console.
Right.
So, yeah,
Yeah.
makes sense to me. I mean, like, I don't know if they would actually make it exclusive. I could see him making it like a 6-month to a year exclusive.
Mm-hmm.
Like getting those initial sales.
Right. Yeah.
And then, you know, and then a year later, like, okay, let's have a little injection of cash from the other people who want to buy this game.
Right. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Very true.
You know how many times has Skyrim been re-released now on different platforms? You know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Also, I don't know if, like, obviously people are going to buy the new console for the next Elder Scrolls, right?
Yeah.
But that's not coming at launch, right? So it's
like 4 years out.
Yeah, like how much of a boost in console sales really?
They're doing a Fallout before they do
maybe
Elder Scrolls.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, I
know they're doing Starfield first, at least, right?
Oh, Skyrim will co-release with. Wait, oh.
I actually wouldn't be mad if they did like a next gen Skyrim. I love that game. Anyway,
Yeah.
Huh. Okay. Lovely conversation.
That's weird.
So it's like, I don't know. The reason why this story is like, I don't want to say huge or anything, but like the reason why this story is like making the rounds across places is because people are like, oh, wait a minute, Elder Scrolls 6 will be like Xbox exclusive? What? You know, it's like Microsoft is going to make Bethesda games exclusive. The next Doom was going to be exclusive, stuff like that. You know?
Skyrim will co-release with Elder Scrolls 6. Sounds about right, Matt. I don't know. This is. I feel like to be honest, Microsoft don't know what they're doing. Plain and simple.
Okay.
I think they're like, we don't really know yet what we want to do. When I say they don't know what they're doing, I mean like they don't really know what they want to do. So
okay.
They're just saying from the fact of like, oh, you know, we don't have to release on PS5 if we don't want to. I still reckon they will.
Well, I mean that's that's just like a factual statement right there too, right? Like Microsoft controls what, you know, platforms they'll release on.
Basically, yeah. With the previous statement that Phill Spencer made, and that who's the guy? Who's the main dude at Bethesda?
Todd Howard.
I thought it was someone else, like
Pete
the
Hines.
CFO or something.
Pete Hines.
Yeah, I think it was Pete Hines. He said that basically Bethesda still, or like Zenimax Media still have the rights to release and like do the development and whatever wherever they want to. So to be honest, I still think most Bethesda games and like Zenimax Media titles like Doom and whatever will still come to PS5 or like next gen consoles.
Okay.
Maybe even like Switch as well, because like Microsoft and Nintendo have a pretty decent relationship. So I would see Bethesda putting stuff on Switch as well. Like if they kind of cut Switch out and like PS5 out, it cuts out a significant portion of their, you know, revenue that they can make. So why would you want to lose money?
Yeah, that's fair.
Right.
Yeah.
So
I think I saw something in similar like interview where he was saying like they don't know if they'll put stuff on the Switch because they really want to like the Switch. He didn't foresee like Game Pass and all that stuff coming to Switch, right? So like it might not be like a viable platform for
that might be more of a like a function of like hardware though, and everything.
That's
right?
true too.
So
yeah.
it's like, yeah, it's gonna be really a pain in the ass. It would actually inhibit a lot of the like hardware improvements of the next gen console if the developers still had. It's like, yeah, we do also need to like gimp this game a certain way so we can still get it running on Switch, you know, unless Nintendo decides to iterate the Switch over with like better hardware. So.
And like any first-person game, I think does not feel good on Switch. The controller, well, at least with the Joy-Cons, the controllers are just they don't feel good enough to play.
I was sure. I was certain Bethesda announced another Fallout. That's really weird.
Okay.
I don't think so.
Maybe it was a dream or something. I don't know.
I mean, obviously they're gonna make another Fallout.
I mean, yeah.
But like, I think 4 proved that they need to really go back to the.
A lot of people.
I think 76 proved it more than anything.
Oh, that too. I forgot about 76.
Right. Will Bethesda be forced to make a new engine now? Well, supposedly the changes they're making to it for Elder Scrolls 6 and Starfield is like the most significant technical overhaul they've done in their engine ever. So
overhaul.
Yeah, they're not saying new engine. Yeah.
Honestly, probably for the better.
Because like this implies that like for Elder Scrolls 6, assuming like Bethesda keeps the same relative like file structure for the engine and like packages and whatnot, which is fine. That's not like the thing that's like outdated or like it's causing so many issues with the engine. You could theoretically port like Skyrim mods in Elder Scrolls 6, which would be baller. So not even mad at that.
Well, that, and if you look at all the bugs they have now, like a new engine would probably be even bigger nightmare.
Yeah. I mean, they could like share assets with Microsoft or something. I don't know.
True.
Because that's the thing with like Xbox Game. What is it? Game Studios or something, like their main branding, right?
Yeah.
They kind of like get third partied out to smaller developers to help with their projects.
True.
So I could see Bethesda kind of taking them on board a little bit and helping out with like bug fixes and whatever.
Some plan to the house down and start from scratch. Yeah.
But yeah.
I don't know. There need to be flying mammoths in Elder Scrolls 6. Then I'll be happy.
I forgot how dumb that game can get.
Yeah.
With the giants and stuff.
Yeah, it's so much fun though. I don't know. I don't know. I read this thing. It's like you never really like stop playing Skyrim. You just take a break. This is reasonable.
I stopped. I'm the ultimate non-game finisher.
Okay.
I stopped.
You never really finished Skyrim though.
You underestimate my ability to stop playing games.
Okay. Fair enough.
Well, honestly, it was because of a technical issue because I was playing on PS3.
Okay.
If you touch water, the game freezes.
Yeah.
And I was like in a dungeon where there was like a pool of water to get out. So it was like I either had to like backtrack the whole way or just like give up. That's my only option. So I just gave up. I was like, well, I had my fun.
Okay. Yeah, fair enough. All right. Anything else to say about, Elder Scrolls 6? I mean, possibly being Microsoft exclusive.
Hey, it's a good, whatever. Like it's.
I know. To be fair, we saw it coming when they acquired it, right? Like acquisitions happen.
If they do it, then maybe they'll get some initial backlash. But I think the initial backlash will, it'll
subside.
Maybe. Yeah, exactly. It'll like a week or two, and then people are going to be playing the game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. This next story also comes to us from GameSpot. And well, this might as well happen. Joe Biden has an Animal Crossing island.
Good lord.
Yeah, so without getting political, I'm just going to take the story face value, okay? The United States presidential election is coming up. Perhaps you've heard of it. But just in case you haven't, video games are coming to remind you. Kinda Funny Games has announced it will host the first public showing of Biden Island, a custom-built Animal Crossing New Horizons island created to promote the candidacy of Democrat Joe Biden and a former vice president also. Like, I don't understand why it's like candidate former vice president Joe Biden. There we go. Anyway, he's not. I don't know. It's just like when they like don't have like the title in it, it makes it seem like he's like some random dude. So, yeah, I don't know. Anyway,
Yeah.
host Greg Miller made the announcement via Twitter. He said that Biden Island will debut on the Kinda Funny Twitch channel on Friday, October 16th. That was yesterday. This is in partnership with Biden's presidential campaign, so expect to see plenty of campaign material. This isn't the first time the Biden campaign has promoted itself through Animal Crossing. In September, the campaign released Animal Crossing yard signs. These appear to be modeled after real-life yard signs, a mainstay of presidential campaigns, albeit simplified for the smaller design space. And unlike your real neighbors, your Animal Crossing residents probably won't steal them. In a follow-up tweet, Miller jokingly suggested that the team should swing by the island of AOC, who got her island back in May.
I'm not familiar. I don't even know what that last sentence was.
You know the U.S. Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez? That lady?
Nah. Oh, maybe, yeah.
Okay, she apparently has her own island. I don't know. Yeah.
got it.
The campaign for Biden's opponent, Republican President Donald Trump, has not announced Animal Crossing-related promotions.
Come on, Trump up your game. What are you doing, mate?
It's just so silly.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
I will say, I wish I was like the person they hired to just mess around in Animal Crossing. Like, pay me money to like make your dumb political sign.
They probably got
Sure.
a Fiverr or something.
God.
There's some pictures out there. They've made a lot of like stuff for like with like Biden on it, Biden Harris on it.
I'm not gonna lie. This is kind of cringe, actually.
It is pretty cringe.
Yeah.
It's hey man, like a lot of people played that game. I get it.
I think it's pretty pathetic.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
I mean,
campaigning in general is just like
It's pretty insane. Yeah. It's like I don't.
wild. And,
Yeah. If you're campaign, where do you go after this, right? Like, what's the next step? Like, how much deeper do you go? Like, yeah. We got Animal
Like-
Crossing Islands, a subset in a video
like-
game. Yeah.
AR, like just do some AR like signs and stuff like that.
Honestly,
You're fine.
probably, right? The more it's like, I don't know, if in a few years when like smart glasses get to be a thing or whatever, have like AR ads going around for people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I guess I particularly hate this just because just like video games are such like an escape and everything, and just like to see like
That's
politics and like direct politics like this inside a video game and everything.
Yeah.
It's just kind of
That's kind of why I say it's kind of pathetic.
okay. Matt says
wait.
Minecraft server, a Joe Biden Minecraft server.
No, I will.
There's a lot of
actually,
jokes I
think
could make, but
Fortnite-
I won't.
Okay.
Fortnite could actually be a good like the next video game. For like ads in Fortnite, because Fortnite's not a game anymore. It's like a platform
Right. Yeah.
True.
for advertising. So
Yeah, or
We
it's like,
can
you know
really
how it's
do
like,
it.
there was like the AMD card that was in like Fortnite or whatever, the big 3D model. What if we just have like a giant 3D model of like Joe Biden or something like that in Fortnite?
Yeah, I mean, I
No
wouldn't
comment.
be surprised if like obviously Fortnite's gonna do something with the election. I feel like.
Maybe, yeah.
Right? They like they're gonna do something stupid.
I feel like they would be relatively neutral in the sense they might just like throw some sort of like election party or like go vote party or something like that, and maybe not like
that's what I mean,
explicitly like do a campaign like partnership.
They're
or
not gonna
whatever.
back anybody, but
Right,
they're gonna have
exactly.
like some voting booth stupid thing or something,
yeah.
right?
yeah.
Oh, go to the voting booth on
Mhm.
election week and you'll get
Yeah,
Uncle Sam's skin,
Right.
or something stupid like that.
yeah,
Some more American propaganda.
right.
And
And
then
just to be just to like clarify, Nintendo hasn't like endorsed Trump or Biden or anyone for president or anything like that. This is completely like user and player made sort of thing. No, it's not like
Right, yeah,
Nintendo sanctioned or anything. It's like, it's like, as the article kind of alludes to at the end there, if like someone from the Trump campaign wanted to make a Trump island also, they were very well within their rights to do so. Everything Nintendo is not like officially endorsed.
I don't know if they. I mean, can't really put like burning crosses on your island or anything.
Wait, what?
Oh, okay. I think we're moving on now. Okay. Yeah.
There it was, Matt. There it was.
When did the cat get a collar? Okay.
Ages ago. He's got 2 new ones too.
Okay.
Look at it. It's so manly. It's got a bow on it.
That's pretty adorable, actually.
It's pretty adorable.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So next, what? the hell is this?
What?
AB button game. Oh god, this background. Okay.
That's a bit fluorescent there, boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, anyway.
Your skin's glowing.
I know. Blizzard to cut 285 jobs despite record profits. Also see them cutting like the customer service jobs. God, hard to believe that was like a year ago already. Remember last year when we were talking about that? They cut like 800 some odd customer service jobs because
Yeah.
So anyway. But I don't even. Okay, I'm like scared to read this article here because it starts off just completely like, okay, anyway. God bless the French. They do love a birra industrial action. Local patisserie burns your croissant, strike. Wife takes second lover, strike. Massive global developer threatens the livelihood of you and your colleges. I feel like that should be colleagues. Strike. But perhaps given the global rise in unemployment, as we are all forced to sit at home and write articles derailing French stereotypes, we can at least emphasize. Yeah, as in like have empathy for. Okay. Although a burnt croissant is something taken lightly. This is exactly what Blizzard have done, announcing their intention to close their office in Versailles. Blizzard would put almost 300 employees out of a job. This comes following a letter written to all employees of the French Blizzard office. It comes from no less than 3 workers' unions. It advised yesterday that all employees of the Versailles office should down tools today. In their own words, Elected Union, CGT, Species, Unisa, and CFE-CGC are calling Versailles Blizzard Entertainment SAS employees to join mobilization and go on strike October 14th, 2020 to defend our jobs and save our company. That was a lot of French and like a lot of European agencies I have no idea about.
Wait, what was that? What is the first paragraph?
Right, that's what I was saying. Yeah. Okay. I guess it was like maybe like. So the author is clearly French. I think maybe he was like joking about how like the French always strike about things or whatever. You know, when.
He was.
Anyway.
Yes.
But I mean, like, I don't know. If anything, this is a fairly reasonable reason to strike. So, you know, doing a bunch of layoffs. Anyway. Yeah, bad timing for Blizzard. This really couldn't have been worse for 2 reasons. Firstly, this comes on the day of a much-anticipated patch due to release for WoW, but following the move from the French unions, many streams seem to have collectively agreed not to cross the virtual picket. Popular WoW streamers, Taliesin and Evital, I've actually heard of them before, they are fairly huge in the community, shared their disappointment in the actions proposed by Blizzard, but are saying in solidarity with the French workers who stand to lose their jobs and will hold back their planned stream today. I think it's like a pair of streamers there, Taliesin and Evital, that do WoW content. I think they're both French, actually. So they said, I'll not be playing or streaming WoW tomorrow. Oh, okay. I see why. It was like, so the day the strike was planned was on a, like a pre-patch day for the expansion for WoW and everything. And so, you know, it's like, it's gonna be really popular and everybody's gonna want to see it. So you have like this, big Twitch channel, who is also like striking on pre-patch day. So it's like, oh, that's why it's kind of large anyway. Yeah, okay. And that's, The last like paragraph is the last couple paragraphs are angry. So without apology, I'd like to understand what exactly the actual fuck, Blizzard. How can you possibly justify staffing cut the light of your own self-congratulatory pompous bloating? Blizzard reported a whopping $505 million in first quarter net income, up a staggering $58 million from 2019. What possible justification can you have for throwing the lives of 300 people to the wind in these unprecedented times? In my opinion, this is exactly the insidious, abhorrent behavior that has become, sadly, indicative of an industry suffering from its own success. Marred with shareholder expectation and increasing cost of champagne, it seems 58 million just isn't enough.
Okay, this is like they're making good points, but did this get run through like Google Translator or like, and just? I
think this maybe. No, I think this guy is like actually like typed it out in English, but obviously English isn't the native language for this dude.
Oh, wild. Okay.
We can take solace in the fact that France tends to not to look too kindly on this level of indiscriminate bullshittery. It's likely that the action proposed by Blizzard never comes to pass, and this thieving megacorp is bent over the French courts. Others may look on and have pause for thought before similar inedible action is proposed in this once beloved industry. Either way, we're in for a show. Best stock up on burnt croissants. I'm surprised they didn't call for anyone to go to the guillotine at this point.
What? How did you even find this website?
I did.
We couldn't have found any other gaming website reporting on this. No.
Hell no.
Okay.
Come on. This is the best source
Okay,
ever.
well, this is fun. Okay. Yeah. I feel like I just need to replay the clip that we had from last fall about talking about the 800 customer service jobs lost on the podcast, because I feel like we're doing talk about a lot of the same points. And I mean, oh, this comes in right when it's just like, you know, there's like that big investor analysis firm that said Bobby Kotick, the Activision Blizzard dude, is like second god.
Here we go.
God for content layout. Wow, thanks. Yeah, I know it's like the Bobby Kotick is like overpaid, relatively speaking, or whatever.
Mhm.
Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know. Andrew, what do you think?
I mean, yeah, like, what? People have to strike, right? Like, just nothing.
Yeah.
It sucks. Like,
Yeah.
layoffs happen, and yeah, I don't know. I don't know what else to say about topics like this. Is crappy.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Anthony?
It's in a statement sent to Games, whatever that is, Blizzard said it intended to reorganize its activities in Versailles and had informed its employee representatives of the proposed project. Dang. I mean, what? Okay, so what exactly did this office do? Like, what are they in charge of? Customer service? Are they
Not sure.
development team? That's
Not
being
sure.
Yeah,
killed?
not really.
What's going on? I mean, at the end of the day, Blizzard has whatever right they want to do with whatever. It's their company; they can do whatever they want, basically. But with a year of record growth, I don't know how that's the case with like
Mm-hmm.
Corona and stuff. With a year of record growth and with like the amount of money they're making and all that kind of stuff,
Right.
and with like previous like games that have come out with like customer service issues and all that, like what was it? What was that game that came out that was absolutely horrible? It was like a remaster.
Warcraft 3 Reforged?
Yeah, Warcraft 3. That customer service for that, people getting generic emails, Cat, why are you lying on my keyboard? There's a lot that, you know, Activision Blizzard need to live up to, and if they're like laying off / firing
Yeah.
customer service employees, that's not a good move.
Oh, okay, hold on. I just found this like forum thing on the WoW forums talking about it. The Versailles office, which employed around 400 people as of early 2019, handled marketing, customer support, localizing games with different languages, and other functions for titles Activision Blizzard publishes in Europe. So it's more like customer service jobs.
Yeah, so great.
Ugh.
They don't want to be doing that, in my opinion. It's a bad move, but I mean, yeah.
Okay.
The good thing is France has unions. So
Yeah.
hopefully they can do something about it.
Yeah, and apparently, like, all the agencies I was talking about, there are, like, 3 different union agencies, and they all encouraged the workers to strike and organized it, so.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hopefully these guys get back into work, though.
Hopefully.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Particularly with Corona going around and all that. So,
Right, now's not the time you want to be losing your job.
exactly.
All right.
So I'm go-
All right. Let's talk about something else. Something maybe a little bit more happy, I guess.
Okay.
Unless you talked about Sony spying on you being happy. Okay, this article is coming to us from The Verge. Where's my Streamlabs? There it is. And the link is in the chat. Sony clears up when and how it'll listen to recordings of PS5 voice chats. Sony has clarified more details surrounding a controversial new PlayStation voice chat recording feature first mentioned in its recent 8.0 update earlier this week, after some users were led to believe the company would be actively recording and moderating conversations among private groups. In a new blog post published Friday, Catherine Jensen, Sony's VP of Global Consumer Experience, admits the company should, quote, should have more clearly explained why this function was being rolled out, end quote. Jensen now confirms Sony will not be actively listening in on voice chats whatsoever when the feature launches with the PS5 next month. Its sole purpose is to help in reporting of inappropriate behavior, including actions that violate our community code of conduct. Please note this feature will not actively monitor or listen in on your conversations ever, and is strictly reserved for reporting online abuse or harassment. Instead, the company says the feature will record the past 5 minutes of any private voice chat on a rolling basis. That way, if a user encounters harassment or anything they feel violates Sony's rules or around player behavior, they can submit up to a 40-second clip for Sony's moderation team to review. That will include 20 seconds of the potentially offending behavior as selected by the user, with 10 seconds before and 10 seconds after the selected segment for added context. These reports can be submitted directly through the PS5 console and will be sent to our consumer experience team for moderation, who will then listen to the recording and take action if needed. She goes on to say there will not be the option to opt out of voice chat recording because Sony wants all users to feel safe when playing with others online, not just to choose to enable it.
Okay. Interesting.
So, okay, the first thing that comes to mind is, like, what about the, like, two-party consent laws in places?
Or if you're under 18 or whatever, right?
Yeah.
I guess you shouldn't be doing that anyway if you're under.
Right. Maybe there's something in, like, Sony's terms of service that you agree to. I don't know. That's as they do.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's probably some.
Yeah. All right. Anyway. So, you know, this is like, remember back in the good old Xbox Live days, like getting the voice messages from really salty people in like Halo.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
This is essentially the next version of that. I don't know.
I got one of those. I mentioned this a while. I got one of those in the last year or two
Oh, okay.
on PS4. I'm playing like Tekken or something.
Oh, I remember you talking about that. Yeah. Okay.
I don't know. Like, it's weird that, like, obviously we use a lot of apps that our voice goes through, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like,
Yeah.
I don't think they're recording it unless you press the button to record.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of weird that it's kind of like always got like a cloud. I mean, but also these conversations probably exist somewhere in some cloud somewhere, right? I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
But then, kind of like it because there is a lot of gross harassment that goes on.
Mm-hmm.
So like being able to combat, like, because you can never before, like, oh, this person called me like horrible words, like through the voice chat, or like this person sucks, they're using, you know, slurs and stuff.
Right. You always need like an
Again,
external way to record it or whatever, right?
yeah, and
Yeah.
then it's just like either do that or you just report them, but then they're like, oh, you got reported once
Yeah.
or something, comparatively to like, oh no, you got reported and there's like actual like evidence of your dumb voice and like your IP or whatever you're using this stuff. So you always assume you're being recorded. Yeah, I mean, like your phone's listening to you all the time, right?
For sure. Yeah.
It's funny how they're like, oh no, we don't actively monitor. And then they're like, oh, but wait, we do actively monitor.
Well, no.
There's no way
okay.
they actively monitor.
Yeah, they're
because
not like
there's
constantly
many
listening
people
and everything.
sitting
Yeah,
there,
it's more
right?
like they have the capability now to like review the reported stuff and whatnot,
Sure.
right?
Okay, sure.
So
It's a good. I mean, maybe it's a good step in that direction to like help clear up some like toxic communities.
maybe. I
Maybe.
wonder if it's gonna be like if it applies to like in-game voice stuff and everything, because like at least in my experience, it's just like you know, it's like I'm only in like a PSN like party chat or whatever with people I already know or whatever. And
Yeah,
it's like
exactly.
I'm not gonna report them for like the normal bants back and forth that we have like friends talking shit to each other or whatnot, right? I'm never really
Right,
in like a party chat with some rando. So I wonder if like this feature gets scaled down to just like person to person in like Modern Warfare or something like that, you know?
Yeah, I don't know, because it did mention party, but like you mentioned,
Yeah.
you're probably with your friends in party chat,
Yeah.
right? And like
Yeah.
if you're just doing like, you know, playing around with each other, like of course it doesn't. Why would you report them anyway?
Right. Yeah.
It doesn't get initiated unless you report them.
Exactly. So like,
So in a way, it's kind of like Microsoft's or like Xbox's like recording software. You know, okay, you can record the previous like minute or 30 seconds of gameplay. It's just constantly there, but unless you actually hit that report button, it won't actually pick it up.
Yeah.
So
It's kind of like almost like a shadow play, but for like voice chats. I don't know, like the NVIDIA.
I mean, yeah, Sony already has like you press the button and it has been recording your last like 30 minutes of gameplay or whatever.
Yeah.
And you can like share it online,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't know if maybe they're just implementing the same, like a similar structure, only now with like reporting.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So. Yeah,
Sure.
because I guess your conversations are already being recorded like that anyway. If it's, you know, recording your last minute of gameplay and audio, I assume.
Right. Yeah.
But I don't know.
Okay. What was I gonna say? Completely blanking on it. Oh yeah, okay. I'm not saying anybody should like actually do this, but what you should do is like you should just like get you and your friend like in a party chat, just like say the Navy SEAL copy pasta, and then just like report that clip, and so that Sony just has to like keep constantly hearing the Navy SEAL copy pasta.
Oh my god.
Look this up.
Wait,
Oh.
I'm sure you know it. I'm sure you know it.
Probably doesn't.
Oh no, I don't know this, but
Really?
this is
Okay.
good.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh,
Because that seems like that would fit in about, like, if you were to read it aloud, that seems like that would fit about perfectly in the time frame that Sony would listen to. So,
yeah, probably would.
okay.
Kind of funny.
Okay, I have to read that off stream later. That's pretty.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, moving right along. Let's talk about Genshin Impact. Hi. Yeah. So Genshin Impact, might have heard it. I don't know. It's at least if you follow some people I do in the industry and whatnot, everybody's talking about it. Everybody's playing it. I know a couple people that play it. I tried playing it. I turned it off for like 10 minutes. So anyway, Anthony, you've played it.
Yep, correct.
Yeah. All right. Hold on. My dog's just going crazy on the bed. All right. Anyway, it's coming to us from PC Games Insider. Link in the chat. Genshin Impact has made $100 million in just 2 weeks. Free-to-play title
Ooh.
Genshin Impact has generated a whopping $100 million in revenue in less than 2 weeks. That's according to Nico Partners' Daniel Ahmed, who revealed on Twitter that this would make it without a doubt the most successful launch of a Chinese IP ever. The game's budget was in the region of $100 million, meaning that developer and publisher MiHoYo has made this back in less than 14 days. So they've already broken even, so they only made profit from here. Yeah. China, Japan, Korea, and the US are the top markets for the free-to-play game. Like I told you that much. Yeah. It's had 17 million downloads in 4 days.
Damn.
Yeah. And it made $50 million its first week. Okay. Wow.
Huh. I guess power being on phones, I feel like.
Yeah, right. I'm
Damn.
sure that
And
helps it a
also
lot.
being like a pretty good product.
Mind you, this is free to play. So
Yeah.
they've made $100 million
Yeah,
just
off of,
from gambling.
yeah, gotchas have that power, man. You don't understand,
Gotcha.
okay? The waifu PNGs, okay? It's like, especially in this
Yeah.
game, okay? The waifus are like animated, okay? And like, to be honest, the waifus are pretty
Right.
fire. Yeah, are pretty fire in this one. So,
Okay.
I don't know.
Well, a lot of people are into that apparently.
Yeah,
I mean, I would never spend a cent on this game, to be honest.
I don't think Matt does either.
Is he playing it? Is he?
Yeah.
Sure.
If it's a good game, like I wouldn't. I could see putting some bucks into it if it's free. You know.
Yeah.
Sure. I mean, good for them. It's a decent game.
Okay.
Good on them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like it's a popular and like it's like it plays well enough that like people are okay with like some of the gacha mechanics in it.
Yeah.
So yeah,
That's been,
it's-
it's been fun. Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Nice.
I enjoy the grind. Yeah.
Good job.
All right.
Some people just want to
yeah.
surpass that, or just buy, try and get their favorite waifu.
Right.
Yeah, some
Exactly.
people just want waifus.
Exactly.
That's all they want.
Maybe one day I'll total up how much I've spent on my phone gacha game. I don't know. I don't know about earlier.
Probably shouldn't for your own
Yeah, for my own sanity.
sanity.
Yeah.
Rough guesstimate.
Probably under 200, honestly.
Oh, that's not bad. Okay.
Yeah, probably. It's been like a year, too, since I started playing it. So probably under 200. Yeah.
Some people will probably spend literally that much in like one glow.
Right. Yeah.
Like, oh, I'm gonna buy the best value.
Right. Yeah. So if I buy this
And
package
I'm
for like
working.
$99, it doubles it because it's the first time I'm buying it. And yeah, anyway.
Yeah.
To be honest, I have no idea like what the game is that I've spent the most money on, like microtransaction wise.
Okay.
I have no idea at all. Probably Apex, to be honest. I'm not a microtransaction person at all. Like I won't put money into a game if it's free to play or whatever.
I bought a
not to leave.
shitload of DLC for Arma, so I'm not sure if that counts.
That's different.
Okay. In terms of
like
Battle passes
microtransactions.
count?
Yeah, battle passes count.
Really?
Battle passes count?
Okay.
And maybe Modern Warfare for me.
I mean, battle passes are predominantly skins and such.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So
I'd probably say Modern Warfare because I bought like most of the battle passes.
Yeah.
And
Let's
an
see.
operator here or there.
Trying to think. What
Otherwise,
have
it
I
would be Apex. or
spent the
Hearthstone.
most on MTX?
I don't know. Hearthstone, I don't play it like that.
What else do I spend money on? Yeah, oh, that's what I wanted to ask. Is the Doom Eternal DLC free?
I don't think so.
Story DLC, or do you have to pay for it?
I think you have to pay
I
for
still
it.
haven't finished that yet.
Yeah, I gotta buy that.
I suck.
Ugh. Play games, damn it. All right. Yeah. So that's Genshin Impact. It's all the rage nowadays.
Nice.
Maybe I'll convince to finally play it. Let's see. Maybe one last story here. Start with the GameStop is now meaningful again. Are they getting resurrected? Let's find out in this article from Ars Technica. I am surprised that they managed to survive the pandemic.
Oh man.
Honestly, like,
I'm very surprised.
you know, we had all these stories over the years talking about how like GameStop is like the ship is sinking and stuff like that, right? That we talked about in the podcast. The pandemic hits, and you know, we did a bunch of like retail businesses going out and whatnot, and you know, the economy just kind of crumbling. Yet GameStop is still around. Okay,
Yeah.
it's like they are eternal. Anyway.
Oh wow, this is more than okay. Sure, go for it.
Okay.
Sorry.
Microsoft will give GameStop a share of Xbox's digital revenues, but the size of the unprecedented revenue sharing deal is up for debate. In a seemingly unprecedented deal, is that his word of the day or something, GameStop will now share in the lifetime digital sales revenue, including for full games downloads, DLC, and subscription plans for any Xbox console sold through its stores. How much that arrangement will impact the bottom line for the struggling retailers still open? Okay, that's kind of crazy. So say you buy an Xbox Series X or whatever at GameStop or whatever, right? Everything that you purchase, like on like Microsoft's like store or whatever on the Xbox and everything, a cut of that goes to GameStop also, and not just Microsoft. Wow. Okay. The first sign of this new revenue sharing arrangement actually came somewhat hidden in a press release GameStop issued last week, trumpeting a multi-year strategic partnership with Microsoft. That announcement focused heavily on GameStop agreeing to use Microsoft's cloud-based infrastructure for its back-end sales systems, and a deal for store associates to start using Microsoft Surface tablets going forward. Buried in that press release, though, was a vague sentence that could be much more important to GameStop's future. GameStop and Microsoft will both benefit from the customer acquisition and lifetime revenue value of each gamer brought into the Xbox ecosystem. So, wow. That's actually a pretty insane deal.
That's a very insane deal.
Yeah.
Wow, hey, okay. Damn. What's the percentage?
That's still up for debate.
Still up for debate.
Yeah, it's still up for working out, but yeah.
It's like, I mean, listen, if you have an Xbox One, right?
Yeah.
Or Series X, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you buy, let's say, 50 games on it and Game Pass. Okay. That's a decent chunk of money, even if it is like 5%, because you're like, if you're paying like $60 per game.
Yeah.
What's that? That's like $2.50 or something, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know math.
Listen, I'm worse than math than you. So it's like, it's a decent chunk of change.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, they have to, like, they're like the relationship there is like, I don't know, is it symbiotic, right? Like,
right, yeah, it's like, yeah, the better GameStop does, the better Microsoft does. The better Microsoft does, the better GameStop does. It's kind of, yeah.
Yeah, and like, why would GameStop even want to sell a Series S or a discless PS5 if
Right.
they literally are taking money away from themselves by selling those, basically, right?
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
So, I guess, you know, they'll probably, I know they won't say it out loud, but they'll probably push stuff, you know, like rearrange the store so that Xbox is space more.
Yeah, 100%, yeah.
You know,
Definitely,
make sure that the Microsoft stuff is, you know, out
Front
in
and
front,
center,
so
yeah.
Exactly, right.
Yeah.
Front and center.
Because they get a cut of it.
Right.
So why wouldn't they?
Yeah. And, well, you know, if they're using Microsoft systems for, like, point-of-sale systems and whatnot, maybe it won't take 5 minutes to process my debit card at GameStop. Yeah, I don't know.
This is a good deal for GameStop.
Yeah, I wonder if
I don't know how many people still go there, but yeah.
Yeah, I wonder if we're gonna start seeing this with like other like developers or something like that. You know, where it's like maybe Sony will partner with maybe a game store in Japan or something. You know.
I could see it like Best Buy or something.
Yeah.
I mean, to be honest though, like the thing is, most game-specific stores, right? Like you know, EB Games over here, Game in the UK, GameStop, they overcharge. They overcharge a lot. Like they charge like for
What was that?
door slamming.
Okay.
Like for consoles and stuff, you're paying it like $50 more usually
Really?
if you're buying for particularly over here at EB Games, and like games as well. To
Are they allowed
buy.
to do that?
Yeah, they're allowed to do that.
Oh, in the US, it's still like retail price. So it's like it'll be 60 if I decide to buy it like on Steam or whatever, but it'll be 60 if I go over to GameStop and get it too.
No, so here, for instance, like if you buy a game, let's say I wanted to buy Zelda, right?
Uh huh.
Yeah.
Breath of the Wild. If I go to EB Games, it'll be $99.
Okay.
If I go to JB Hi-Fi, it'll be $79.
What the hell?
And
Okay.
these are brand new.
Brand new,
Okay.
no change.
What was the retail? What would it start off at?
So the RRP is probably like 89 recommended retail price.
Okay.
Recommended.
Okay.
Anybody can charge anything for anything. That's the thing. So, like for instance, like digital deluxe editions, they can charge like $199 or whatever.
Jesus.
Or like deluxe editions, like pre-order bonuses, all that kind of stuff. Yet you go to JB and you might get it for like $50 cheaper.
What the hell is
Depends
wrong
where
with you,
shop around.
Australia?
It was odd.
Yeah.
If I'm understanding this correctly.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah, it is kind of odd to be honest. So.
Yeah,
weird.
because it's like you're not just
There's
gonna
no
be
differentiation.
unless it's on sale,
Right.
right? It's gonna be the same price wherever
Yeah.
you go for the most
Okay.
part.
Damn. That's
So-
nice, to be honest. That's very nice.
Let's say like launch, right? Like it launches at 60, it's 60.
It's
not
60 if
going
you
up.
buy it at Best Buy, it's 60 if you buy it at GameStop, it's 60 if you buy it at...
That's-
Yeah.
That's like Death
Only-
Stranding. That was like
Yeah.
I think EV was trying to charge 105 for that,
Oh.
and I got it for 69 from JB Hi-Fi. So
You're
why
Yeah, it's weird.
would you charge more? This is what I don't understand about EV. Why would you charge more for a product when everybody's just going to go to the other retailer?
I don't know.
Well, I could see like ease of retailer. Like I've gone to GameStop, I've gone to Best Buy to get a game before, and it's like kind of a pain, right? Whereas like I walk into a GameStop and it's like they have the game, they put the game on the counter, I have the game. You know, like within it's like a 5-minute ordeal. Whereas like sometimes at Best Buy it turns into like
It's like walk to the back of the store, look on the
Yeah.
shelf that may or may not be alphabetized in the specific like PS4 section, and then go back up front. They have to like decase the game or whatever with their little tool, check you out. Yeah.
I
Sure.
could see like why they could justify, I
Mhm.
guess, the
Yeah.
like convenience fee kind of.
Yeah, a little bit. I see it.
But
But still, that's really, I don't know, that's insane actually.
That is
mean,
insane.
I've been doing digital for the most part
Yeah.
Okay.
this year, so
I mean, even if you go to a non-game specific store here, like JB Hi-Fi or Harvey Norman or somewhere like that, most of the time when a new game releases, they'll put it at the front of the shop, front of the store. So you walk in, grab it, and then walk to the back, and it's like 5 minutes. No different to EV. Same time, obviously there's more products in there because they sell everything like JB Hi-Fi. But yeah, it's basically the same time frame. Sometimes I'm in EB for longer than what I would be in another retailer because people are, because the store's small, there's more people there, there's only one person serving, blah blah blah.
So like places like Target or whatever, I'm pretty sure it's just not just a California thing, but you can't like pick up a game if it's new. You have to like get somebody to unlock a big case for you to like.
You just grab it off the shelf here, but they don't have discs in the cases.
Yeah.
I would say like GameStop does that here, but like as Andrew was saying, like Target does like the behind a like glass shelf sort of thing they have to unlock.
Usually, most of the time they're behind, like the disc isn't in the case, but a lot of the time as well, the thing's sealed in like a plastic wrap, and there's like 2 people standing at the door making sure that people don't run out of products and stuff. So, yeah, you just grab it and pay for it. So interesting.
Yeah, it's interesting how different countries work.
How different countries do this stuff. It's gonna be interesting seeing how it all works over there. Tell you what.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be weird. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about Philadelphia, but yeah.
Pennsylvania.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
All right. Well, okay. Anything else to say about that, I guess, other than that's insane deal. And, yeah, I don't know. It's like,
Good.
wow.
I guess good for GameStop for
Good for you stuff. Yeah.
For managed to
finds a
land
way.
that, apparently, you know?
to avoid complete bankruptcy.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think maybe that'll wrap it up. I don't think that went too bad.
Oh, it's pretty decent.
Yeah. Excuse me. Sorry about that. It's not the Rona. Don't worry.
You sure?
I'm positive. All right.
You sure?
Andrew, where can people find you on like Twitter?
Yeah, Twitter, Instagram, all that stuff. Duronsky, DRONSKI. Yeah, come say hi.
Awesome. Andrew. Or I'm not Andrew. Sorry, Anthony.
I am at SameAntman19 on Twitter, and I usually do all the site social media stuff. Personally, I'm not a massive social media guy, so I don't publish every second of my life on the internet.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you wanted to get in contact with me, you can do so through any of the sites channel.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. You can find me on Twitter at Inferius7809. That is at INFERIUS7809, where it's mostly all just anime stuff. So with that, I think we're going to call it for this week. We'll talk about maybe there'll be a normal show next week. Maybe there'll be we'll just do like a co-op stream for an hour and a half or so. We'll see what it's like next week. So, but either way, same time, same place, same great channel. Hope to see you there. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe, stay healthy, and see you guys next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.